Hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, Ravi. Yes, hi.
Okay. Is my voice clear?
Yeah.
Yes, clear.
Okay. Okay, let's wait for everyone to join. In the meanwhile, let's discuss like who among you guys like was able to do the task that we discussed yesterday. Anyone?
I tried, but hi, good morning. I tried, but similar things I discussed with you, though then it's the same error, similar issues there.
Okay. Like
But,
like I messaged yesterday in the group chat like that's there is no requirement for the app registration. You can directly do it.
okay, I will try by today again. No way.
Okay. So I will show it to you guys today, like so you get a better picture. So I think all of you were able to create at least at this till this point, right? Like creating a virtual network gateway. Any doubts till that point?
No, till here we are okay.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Now now you go to point to site connect configuration. Okay. And these are the fixed entries that you have to make. This will be your tenant ID. How you can find your tenant ID in Azure Active Directory. If you go to overview section, I will show it to you. You can find this tenant ID and it's the same value, just the domain is different, right? And now in the audience, you put this fixed value. Okay, that is for the Azure uh, like VPN, that is application that is there. That is fixed value that is there. I'm pasting it
Can,
in the chat.
is possible? Can you little bit zoom?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Better.
Yeah.
So I pasted this value in the chart. Okay, that will be, let me write it in a better way. So in the audience, you mention this value because what is this value? This is the application that we are using, the Azure VPN application that we will use. In the tenant, you will put this value, and this is mentioned in the documentation also. Also, in this like the point when you create this tenant ID, it give you that link also that you have to put this link slash tenant ID.
Please show where we can find this.
I will show it to you. Tenant. So these are the only values that you have to put during the creation. Okay, we will do it again, no issues. Any of you want to share your screen and we can do it? Anyone want to volunteer?
I can.
Okay. And guys, this is our last day of the class. Like if you guys are comfortable, can you turn on your camera? Let me turn on my camera also. Just give me a second.
I can't do it, Ravi, because I'm not in condition.
No issues. If you're not comfortable, that's fine. But this is the last day, like so. Just preferring, like I want to see everyone, if possible.
I can share my screen now.
Yeah, let me allow you to share it. Yeah, go ahead.
So I came here in the gateway.
Okay, create it.
Yeah. Then I can put the name
Hmm.
and okay, no space. I can put here in South India.
Hmm.
Then VPN.
Hmm.
The SKU will be which one should I take?
Anything is fine. VPN G1 is fine. No issues. 2 is fine.
Because G1 is generation 1
Hmm.
and just GW is generation 2.
Generation 2. Like please
Yeah.
use the latest one.
Yeah. And GW1, Gateway 1 is generation 1 only.
Oh, okay. Choose the generation 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now with GW2, it's coming both.
Yep.
And here, virtual network.
You can create a new
So,
one.
okay. You have to create over here. And resource group, I'll put in mine only. Then I have to add another range.
No, one default range is fine.
No, but in like professional scenario, they will
Hmm.
provide some range, some other range. It can be a class B or class C.
So like when we create the point to site connection, then we will be providing the range again to use that one.
But range is pre-decided already, na? If there is
If
already
you
a
want to change it, you can
network,
change it also.
yeah, existing network is there with some numbers of virtual machines running.
Hmm.
So might be they are having on the range of 172.16 or 192.168 kind of,
Hmm.
most
So the
probably.
default value that you get, the range like 10.1.
Yeah, 10.1 is the default one.
Yeah, you can change it also. That's not a default or anything. Like it's automatically created. If you want, you can change it.
So we can put another also over here, or
Yeah,
we
you can
can.
add a second one also if you want.
Okay,
But for this demo, it's not required.
okay. So I'll keep this one and the subnet.
Subnet by default, the one copy is already created.
But it's showing why the subnet is showing here 16 and it's 24 over here.
See, like
This is a
it's
host. This is saying it's a host.
yes. So it's a like virtual address that is created. Like as per the CIDR notation, it's giving us /16. Okay, it like in the subnet we are creating it by default /24 because it's a subnet. If we want, we can change it to some other value also.
Okay. Then sorry, where to okay, it's coming here. I have to put a name also. Hello,
Public IP address, yes, you can mention
hello.
like PIP. Am I audible? Hello.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, So in the meanwhile, I was giving you the access that might be required for as an application administrator.
Okay. Then I put like second public IP address, use
Yeah,
existing only.
yeah.
I have enabled active mode. Then configure BGP in disabled. Enable key vault to key vault access disabled.
The second public IP address, you have to create a new one.
Okay.
The only problem here is like when you create it, it will take some time. So I was preferring if someone is at this point, like we can just continue it from there.
Okay.
Or we can continue with the session and then we can come back to your screen and then check it.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Okay, let's leave it for now. Okay, I will share my screen and we will continue with the session further and we will come
Okay.
back to this demo. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, I think everyone have joined the session. Let's start with the session now. So today we will be discussing high availability options in Azure. Okay. We will go
Ravi,
through with this. Mhm.
can I
Yeah, go ahead.
have the yesterday's PPT also?
Yeah, I will upload all of them today. I will share in the Zoom chat as also, and I will also update on our portal. Okay, so what all we will cover today, the high availability concepts and the design, monitoring and SLA matrix for Azure resources, scaling Azure resources, how it is important, front door or global distribution with front door, advanced load balancing with traffic management, disaster recovery planning and execution, and networking for high availability. So first of all, like we need to understand what is high availability. Like in during this session, you might have heard this term from my in my session many times, but we will understand what exactly this is and why this is important for any organization. So the definition of high availability is high availability ensures that the system are operational and accessible for a maximum percentage of time, minimizing the disruptions. Okay. So suppose we have a website that is running, which we have a clothing brand, and we are selling some products. We always have like at any point of time, we have at least like 1 lakh customers who are shopping some clothes on our website. What if like our website is down for like an hour or 2 hours? Like we will be having a huge business loss, right? So to provide a high availability environment, we ensure like our infrastructure is so capable in case of any downtime, any problem that is there with the infrastructure, our secondary infrastructure or a backup infrastructure will be there to deliver that kind of workload that can help us to keep the uptime for our website. Any doubt in that definition? Any doubt like that you have like what is high availability or how we can achieve such high availability in the infrastructure? We discussed that concept so far like multiple times during our sessions. Okay, so I hope that is clear to everyone, but still like if anyone have any doubt, just unmute and just ask me. Okay. Next is redundancy in the systems. Redundancy involves duplicating critical components to ensure continued operations in case of a failure, enhancing the reliability. Remember, we learned about scale set or application service like in Azure. They are working on a concept of redundancy, like a copy of our environment, or even in the containers. You must have seen like similar pod copies are created and which can be further used like as a secondary load to distribute the load of our application, or that can be work as like a like backup node, like in case of first primary node is failed, then we can achieve that. The next is failover mechanism. There can be multiple ways that failover mechanism can be uh, like configured. The failover mechanism automatically switch to backup systems or components in case of a failure to minimize the downtime. That can be a secondary node, or in case like disaster recovery, it might be a secondary. region that have the similar setup that gets activated in case of a primary region failure. Okay. So how we can design the fault tolerance? So understanding the fault tolerance first, like fault tolerance enables systems to operate continuously despite component failure, ensuring the high availability and reliability. The goal is like the downtime should be minimal. It should be like just fraction of seconds, or like even if we have to make some efforts, like manual efforts while doing it, it should be like very smooth that the users don't feel any downtime. Okay. The architectural patterns. Different architectural patterns can be utilized to enhance the fault tolerance in application, especially in cloud environments like Azure. Like we have multiple options to achieve this. Okay, so we have to choose which one is best for us depending on the requirement from the customer. We can only give the best solution to the customer if we are aware about all the different options which are there on Azure. Okay, so that's why it's important you know about all the services. And when you are suggesting anything to your customer, like you should be aware, like this is the best service in this scenario that my customer have, and this can be like cost efficient, or like if customer have like good budget, like then give the best solution that is available at that point of time. Implement that solution in Azure. Azure provide tools, services that facilitate the implementation of fault tolerance, ensuring the robust application performance. Okay. There are some key considerations that we have to keep in mind during the high availability architecture. The first is load balancing. Load balancing ensures that no single server bears too much demand, distributing traffic efficiently across servers to optimize the performance. Now, there is a common method of load balancing called round robin, like where we distribute our workload in such a way that our workload is equally distributed in all the backend nodes. There is other different protocols or methods that we can use, like according to the region that load might be distributed among the servers, so that the closest region serve the closest server to that user who is reaching that our application. There might be a other approach that one of the server who have better compute might be serving like 80% of my workload, and one of the server which is having a low compute might be just serving the 20% of my compute. In case of a backup or failure, like still like that can be divided like to 100% to another node, but that node must be capable of taking that workload. The next is geographic distribution. Geographic distribution of resources help mitigate risk and enhance availability by placing systems in multiple locations. See, it's a machine. It can anywhere fail. Like even Azure or Amazon, they don't offer you 100% of SLA when they are offering you any of your hardware or any of your application or service. There definitely can be some downtime due to XYZ reason, can be patching, can be some security reasons. You must have recently heard about that the the application CrowdStrike that was part of like Microsoft operating system, like in many companies, and the downtime of which caused like issues to many companies, like many airline companies were down, many other companies were non-operational for a very long time. So
Yeah, we were
those
also one of them.
yeah, so that was not directly the problem of Microsoft. Like they should have kept the security of their operating system little bit higher. So uh, like the application should not have penetrated that much in their OS that caused the downtime. But that was the way it was designed that time. But later on, Microsoft took some action so such situations can be avoided in the future. But that learnings comes when we get such incidents like happening, and there was the major issue, and even Microsoft had to pay like penalty to many customers, like even CrowdStrike had to do it. But these situations are unavoidable, like can be a human error, can be some hacker that caused it, or some patching activity. So we have to divide our like workload in such a way that there are different geographical locations or different local zones which are there, and we have to distribute it in such a way that in any kind of downtime, like we can utilize our second region or second zone that is available. Okay, just to keep sure that our application is up and running all the time. Next is failover procedure. Effective failover procedure ensure that the system can seamlessly switch to backup resources in case of a failure, maintaining the server continuity. Imagine it like a power grid. They have like one power grid that is working as a solar power grid that have some backup, but that is not able to deliver the power to the complete city. They have a primary grid that is like working on coal or some other energy. That is the primary one. In case of any downtime in that, they have to manually switch over and give the power supply from the solar energy that is there. Okay, just an example. Similarly, we have all the application. There can be some like possibility when we are doing manual failovers in our application, when someone manually go there and just switch over to the secondary server, or there are automatic failovers also. Like there is like a node, health node that keep on testing like if our server or backend is healthy. If in case it's not healthy, it will switch over to the secondary one. Okay. Any questions so far, guys?
Ravi, regarding this, the incident that CrowdStrike and the Microsoft, do you have any case study written by Microsoft or anything?
Yeah, so like on every such incidents, Microsoft issue like a detailed information about that incident, why that happened, and how that got resolved, and what Microsoft will keep like as a measure to avoid such situations in the future. And that's not just in the case like of such disaster. Like even when we are working, like I personally work with the customers who are mission critical, on every critical incident that happens with our customer, like we have to create like a proper RCA for the customers. That's a part of the troubleshooting. Okay. And like if you need that, Arnav, like I will share it to you on the like the official Microsoft statement on that. It's a complete article that's there. Even if you
Okay,
search it on Google, you can easily find it.
okay, sure.
Moving to the further in this discussion, like monitoring an SLA matrix for Azure resources, understanding the SLA matrix. Any like I think you Arnav have worked in this environment. You know what is SLA. Milind, you know what is SLA. Anyone else like who's not working in a professional environment or a corporate environment have any idea like what is SLA, or anyone who don't have any idea what is SLA? You heard this time for the first time, heard this term for the first time? Just raise your hand. No, everyone is aware. That's pretty good. So SLA, it's a service level agreement when two companies like sign a contract, like similarly to when you opt for Azure services, there is a SLA defined for every service that you opt. Suppose like you get a virtual machine that have a like dedicated SLA that you can get. To achieve the high level of SLA, you have to do a load balancing solution, or you have to maintain a site recovery to get the 99.99% of SLA like that Microsoft claims, right? You cannot achieve a SLA with a single operational machine that is there without having a redundancy. So that's a key thing that you to maintain a SLA, you have to have a redundancy in your environment. So SLA outline the expectations for uptime and performance of the cloud services, ensuring the clarity for the clients. So clients know if we if we manage our server like this, we can achieve this much of SLA. And breaking of that SLA, like if suppose Microsoft is offering you 99.99% of SLA, and if Microsoft is not able to keep that word, they are liable to pay you penalty over that. Okay. So what is importance of uptime? Uptime metrics are crucial for accessing the reliability of the cloud services. It's just not the cloud services. Be it any service in the industry, like the uptime is very important, like that show their commitment towards the service that they're offering and impacting the business operations and the user satisfaction. Suppose you were a traveler of Indigo, like frequent traveler, like first time you tried like Akasa Air or like Air Asia or some other airlines, and the first time you traveled, like you had experience, there is a downtime. They are giving you boarding passes like that, which are created by hand, or like the baggage tags, like they are creating it by hands. Like that is a pretty bad experience, right? So you probably might avoid such airline in the future. Okay, so this is very important for any industry to give you like a good uptime for a user satisfaction. High availability implications. Understanding the SLA matrix help organization plan for high availability, minimizing downtime for maximizing the service reliability. For Flipkart, Amazon, the companies which are making like millions like every minute, like this downtime can affect like great amount of time like when they are working on environment. Like even in the aviation industry, like 2 minutes or 3 minutes can cause like $1 million of loss to the aviation company because they have to pay like certain fees like as certain extra charges, and might be like in case of any delay they have to fly the plane little faster, which will burn extra fuel. And if you know the airline industry, even like few kilos like saved, like there was a news like saving one olive from the food like helped save the airline company like millions of dollars, right? So that's like a very sensitive industry, and like just saving a little amount of time or like uh, like any downtime avoidance, like that can help them save millions of dollars, right? So that's why it's very important. Moving to the next slide. So monitoring of Azure resources is very important. Like effective monitoring is essential for proactive management of Azure resources. We have multiple tools in Azure like related to every resource that is available, ensuring the optimal performance and availability. Performance monitoring tools like utilizing various tools enables continuous tracking of performance metrics for Azure resources, facilitating the timely interventions. It's not mandatory you have to just use like Azure provided monitoring tools. There are third-party tools like Datadog, Nagio, SolarWinds, which you can use like which are pretty good in terms of monitoring and give you like a pretty good information. Like it can be like a network level monitoring, it can be a application level monitoring, or these days like synthetic monitoring is also pretty famous, which gives like a experience of monitoring like a user is testing your application. Any kind of downtime, any kind of lag, any performance issues, like it will just notify you like there's something that is not working right. Availability techniques. Implementing the availability techniques ensure Azure resources remain operational and accessible, minimizing the downtime and the disruptions. Next is interpreting and using SLA matrix to improve the performance. So understanding the SLA matrix help team identify the areas for uh, like improvement or optimization. So like we can understand like how we can improve like in case we are not meeting our SLA. SLA is not just for the cloud providers. SLA is also for the application owners, like who are serving that application to the customers. They also have certain SLA that they have to meet. In case the SLAs are not met, they have to like rethink their strategy that they were working on, and the resource allocation and usage should be modified accordingly. That will help them improve the efficiency. Enhancing the service performance by analyzing the SLA matrix, teams can enhance overall service performance, leading to improved customer satisfaction and retention. And strategies for leveraging these metrics. Implementing the effective strategy based on SLA metrics help teams proactively address potential issues and drive continuous improvement. What is a strategy? Like suppose in the older times, like when we were working on the servers, like there were like clusters which were created, then a failover cluster was designed in such a way that in case a primary one is not working, that it fail over to the secondary cluster. Similarly, now like then the introduction of cloud, we have different services like AKS, application service, which are like very good in terms of like switching or failover, give you a better experience, like a better terms in terms of availability. You get a better experience from these services. You might be paying little extra, but the management is pretty less, and the uptime that you can expect from these services is pretty high compared to the traditional management of servers that you were doing. Next is scaling the Azure resources. Manual scaling techniques are there. Like we have to understand like what manual scaling is and how it is different and in what scenario it will be required. Manual scaling is the process of adjusting resources according to the anticipated demand, providing flexibility and control. Suppose I'm a very experienced architect and I know like, okay, whenever it is required, I will set a monitoring. And in case like my resource usage is going beyond point, I will manually scale up, scale down my resources depending on the requirement. Implementing the manual scaling allow for the cost savings and optimized resources allocation based on the real-time needs. I can do it on real time. If I am if I have like administrator who can keep an eye on my infrastructure all the time, it is helpful. Like if they can tune in or like scale out like them manually in case it's required. Scenarios for the implementation of it. We have to identify the scenarios where manual scaling is effective or automated scaling can be affected. We have to choose that, and accordingly we can decide like which one will work in our case. It helps us in maintaining the performance during the varying load conditions. Okay. Any questions so far, guys? Anything that you didn't understand? Any doubts? Okay. Like we discussed, like manual scaling, there is a auto scaling. Like we don't have to uh, ask someone to do it manually. Like I want an automatic scaling. There is no human dependency and give me a better experience in case of a downtime. Automatic scaling refers to the automatic adjustment of my resources based on the current demand, ensuring the optimal performance. Benefits of the auto scaling is auto scaling helps reduce cost by optimizing resource usage and maintaining the performance during the peak demands. And setting up auto scaling in Azure, or effective auto scaling in Azure can be achieved through configuration setting that respond to real-time usage metrics. So metrics is pretty important. That's why monitoring is like part of that metrics, and we do the monitoring regularly just to get like these metrics up to date. And according to that, we can do the automatic scaling or manual scaling. Any question, any doubts in automatic scaling or manual scaling? Either I'm explaining these concepts like in pretty good way or my audience is pretty intelligent, like no one have any questions. Okay, let's proceed further. So best practices for scaling is your resources is like the first one is efficiency in scaling. Implementing the best practices is crucial for achieving the efficient scaling of Azure resources, ensuring the optimal performance and the resource utilization. Performance optimization. Using the right strategies allows for performance optimization when the scaling is your resources, leading to the better application responsiveness and reliability. Third is resource management tips. Adopting effective resource management practices is key to smoothly scaling resources in Azure without compromising the service quality. So we have to make sure we are managing our resources in such a way it's being utilized in the best, and like the scaling is done in such a way. Like suppose I done the scaling like where I was utilizing like like let's consider a unit 10 as the performance unit of a machine. I was utilizing a machine which is having a compute capability of 10, and now I scaled it up for the workload that was requiring like 25 users. Now it the second machine is up, but that can only serve like 10 more users, and the third one will take some time to be ready. So for 5 users, like it's a downtime, right? So the technique that we are using, the method that we are using, should be good enough to serve the traffic. So like none of the users are facing that downtime. Okay, uh, Arnav, can you check like if your resource is deployed?
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, it's deployed.
Okay, share your screen. I will stop sharing. Just want to give everyone a break from the theory that we are covering so we can come to some practical.
Is it visible?
It's coming up. Anyone able to see the screen of Arnav? Arnav, I think you might have to reshare it.
It's all blank.
Is there now?
It's still blank.
Nitin, I think you also have created the the virtual network gateway, right?
It's now?
It's coming now. Okay, let's proceed
Yes.
further.
I made.
Is coming.
Yeah, it's there. You can continue. Go to the Azure portal. Go to the
You can see now
resource. Yeah, yeah. Go to resource.
where it is.
Go to resource, a blue button. Yeah.
Go to resource.
Okay. So that is your virtual network gateway that's ready. Go into the settings on the left.
Where?
On the
Left.
left list. Yeah. You can see you can do the connections here when you want to do the side-to-side connectivity. If you want to do point-to-side configuration, we're not doing side-to-side. No, like
Okay.
let's come to the point-to-side option. Click on configure now. Give any address pool /24.
So like by default it took 10.1.0.0/24.
It gave us a green tick. That means it's fine. So the tunnel
Yeah.
type, we will choose OpenSSL. Authentication type, we will choose Azure Active Directory. Public IP, just give it a name that it will create for a new public IP. So none of you guys like were able to succeed in this demo.
I already done this scenario, but after that, I'm confusing the tenant IDs or the below one.
Okay, okay, let me clarify that. So now you will understand how to put those values without following any documentation also. Uh, Arnav, just change it, put some number at the end.
Yeah. All right. P2P.
It's fine. I think it accepted it. Scroll
Yeah.
down. So these are the only three values that you will put while creating a point-to-site connection. Okay. And you can see, please provide a valid tenant example. It should look like this: HTTPS till Microsoft Online. Okay, Arnav, can you copy this part till .com/,
Which one you're saying?
The
in the red
downward, the
error?
log,
In the red
the
error, you
login
can see, just
Microsoft
copy that.
line.com.
This one only.
Copy till .com/.
Yes.
Okay, put a slash there. Okay, leave it for now. In the issuer, similarly, like you will put https sts.windows.net.
HTTPS colon.
Just go to that point. I will spell it to you. Yeah,
Okay.
in the chat also I pasted it. It's sts.windows.net. Okay, remove the tenant ID part. And there is a audience value that I pasted in the chat, which is ending by 8. Just copy and paste it. So like for the guys who joined late, the audience is the value for our Azure VPN application that we will be using. Okay, it gave a green tick. That means we verified it. So
From
how we
where,
can,
from Ravi, from where you got this audience
in
and
the
issuer?
documentation, it's there.
Okay.
So like we now need to only put the tenant ID for Arnav. Okay. So
Yeah.
Arnav, like open a new tab. We don't want to just spoil what we have done till now. Open new portal.azure.com. Go to Microsoft Entra ID. Can you see the tenant ID here? Copy it
Mm.
and just paste it after the like the backslash. Yeah. Go to the issuer also, paste the same ID. Put a backslash after this 8. Yeah.
Here also.
No, they're not required. Yeah. So that's all that we have to do, guys. Just save the configuration, Arnav. I
Why
hope
you
like
put backslash over here?
it's recommended in the format that is there. Even if you don't put it, it will take it without the backslash.
Okay.
So click on save. Okay, it will again take I think 5-7 minutes. Like let's continue with our slide deck. Okay.
Deployment failed.
Any error that you got?
Yes, written deployment failed. Deployment to resource
Let
group
me
are now
move. Unlike
already.
API, that might be helpful. At least one resource deployment operation failed. Please list deployment operations for the details. No resource group failed. API. Can you try it again? It's not giving any description in there.
It is one of the resource deployment operation failed. Please list deployment operations for details. Please see AKAMS ARM deployment operation for usage details.
It won't give you much detail in that. Uh, Nitin, can you try the same
No,
thing that
no,
we
no,
did?
no, no, no. Address pool is making some issue.
Okay, try changing it to 20 or something initially.
I'll try to make it 16. But no, it's going giving green tick, so it's good. Again the same.
Try changing it to 20. Like I don't think it's an error for the address pool.
I'm trying.
Okay, Nitin, just try with the same method.
Same. Something has been provided over here. Something we need to provide additional routes to
No,
advertise.
that's not required. Can you click on this option, grant administrator consent for Azure VPN client application?
Where it is?
On the last, you will see a blue link.
So might be some access given has to be given from your side.
Yeah, I tried like whatever was required. Like there are some challenges like when a guest user is in the tenant. Normally, like the guest users have the limited capability, but should not be the issue in this scenario.
It's taking over here to the home page.
Okay, then it's content required. Like I deleted the other VNet gateway that I created just to avoid any conflict. Okay, it's deleting it. It was taking some time. In the meanwhile, let's wait for Nitin to also create it. Okay, I will confirm you, Anna. Once this is deleted, then you click on the save button again. Okay,
Okay.
just to avoid any conflict, just change that 10 to 20. Okay.
Which one you're saying? 10 to 20? The
The
address pool. Address pool.
yes,
It's 20 already.
I saw it 10 just now. Okay.
No, the starting, the IP is starts with 10.
Yeah.
10.1.
Yeah. So
But
I started from 20.
okay, you changed from 20.
No,
You
no.
changed to 20.
The one I created was also having the similar IP range. That's why.
Okay.
So I'm deleting it. It's taking some time. Okay. In the meanwhile, it's we are removing that conflict. Let's continue with our slides further. So the next is configuring the Azure front door. So now, till now, we understand what is a front door. It's a load balancer service in Azure. It provides like various options like for the load balancing, other than the like the load balancer that is there in Azure. So global load balancing, Azure Front Door provides a seamless way to implement global load balancing for application, enhancing the performance and availability. It have a high availability setup. Configuring the Azure Front Door ensures the high availability of services across multiple regions, reducing the downtime and improving the user experience. And it's very easy to configure. The setup process of Azure Front Door is straightforward, allowing users to configure settings quickly and effectively. We will see today the on the portal how we configure the Azure Front Door. Or anyone to say something? Okay. So next is global load balancing and traffic management. Azure Front Door is a service that optimizes the web traffic by directing users to the best available resources. Suppose a user is coming from UK, one user is coming from US. They check like which backend server is like closely available to that location, and then they route the user in that server. Next is load balancing strategies. There are multiple load balancing strategies in traffic management uh, in the global load balancing method. So effective load balancing strategies are essential for maintaining load performance and also the resource utilization across the global applications. The user experience improvement, the proper traffic management enhances the user experience by reducing latency and improving the accessibility to the resources. Next is optimizing the performance and the reliability. Let's understand this. Leveraging Azure Front Door, utilizing the front door is essential for managing resources effectively to improve application performance. How application performance is being improved? Because we have certain load balancing method that can give a better performance to the user. Suppose a normal load balancer is there, which don't know how the traffic is coming and how it have to distribute. It's just equally distributing to all the servers. When a front door is there, it have some load balancing capabilities that it can decide uh, different routing methods from where we can choose. We can select the routing method, and accordingly it can divide the workload in such a way the best performance backend pool will be serving the traffic to a user. Enhancing the reliability, identifying the techniques to enhance reliability is vital for ensuring the consistent performance under varying loads. Improving speeds, speed optimization techniques play a crucial role in delivering fast and responsive user experience. So there are some advanced load balancing and traffic management methods that are available in Azure. The first is global load balancing, what it is. So there are two layers in the OSI model. Like if you have little bit knowledge of networking, OSI model have like different layers which serve like different kind of traffic in the networking. In the load balancing, like there are the load layer 4 load balancers or layer 7. When we talk about the DNS based load balancers, it offers like a global load balancing to optimize user traffic distribution across the regions. So according to the DNS, we can decide like where the traffic will be going. Also, according to the DNS, like suppose like some DNS have like google.com/images slash videos, we can also decide on the DNS like how the load will be balanced, like how it will be going to on the backend server. The next is traffic routing configuration. Learn how to configure traffic manager settings to efficiently route user traffic to the best endpoints. So it gives you various configuration options. You have to choose which one is best as per your scenario. Next, like the application gateway scenarios. Application gateway provide advanced routing capabilities to direct traffic efficiently based on the various rules and conditions. Load balancing technique, effective load balancing technique are essential for distributing workloads evenly across servers to enhance performance and reliability. Other than that, like it have various security features also, which we have discussed so far various time, like offloading SSL or TLS or WAF, which can help us with the securing of our application also. Enhancing the application availability through various configuration scenarios ensures continuous access and minimizing the downtime for the users. The next is load balancing strategies and the best practices. So the importance of load balancing, it's there for all the industries. Like no industry can survive without like having the high availability in their infrastructure. So load balancing is crucial for distributing workloads and ensuring the high availability within the cloud environment. The strategies for Azure scenarios, like different strategies can be implemented in Azure to optimize performance and maintain the availability across the applications and the services. There are some best practices that we follow, like best practices for load balancing can enhance reliability and improve user experience in the cloud applications. When there is minimal downtime, there is a smooth switch between like one backend pool to the second backend pool. All those things give a better experience to the user. They don't feel any downtime that's happening. The next is disaster recovery and the planning. Recovery planning and the execution. Till now, I think everyone understand what is disaster recovery, right? In case like a region got affected by flood or any kind of situation like that that is affecting our primary data center, then we have to do a planning that can help us to get a secondary uh, compute that is available to serve our workload. So the importance of the data availability, ensuring data availability is a crucial for business continuity and reliability in cloud computing environments. The region pairing strategy, like region pairing involves linking two different Azure regions to enhance the redundancy and protect against regional outages. Suppose like I have a region in Southeast Asia or middle, like in India, like so I pair them like in such a way that like in case of a downtime, like my traffic is still being served from another region. The data replication technique is implementing effective data replication technique ensures the data is consistently backed up and accessible across the regions. Okay, here comes a very important part, guys. We've implemented the disaster recovery plan, like, but how many times we get chance to test that? How many times there will be a situation that our complete data center is down? It will be very rare. So it's happened. I have seen like people implement those strategies, but like when the time comes, their strategies don't work. Milan, do you have experienced such scenarios?
Oh, yes, yes. We had, when I was working with Tech Mahindra at that point of time, many years ago,
Hmm.
the challenge was, there were very heavy rains in Chennai.
Hmm.
And one of our, that was the BCP plan. And that was one of the places where we had our backup data. And
Hmm.
the whole data center was totally flooded because that year Chennai had a lot of rains, which is, you cannot plan for that time.
Okay.
Whatever we had planned did not work.
Hmm.
And we had a big challenge. It took us 3 4 days to finally start our operations.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, there are, but then we learned from it. So what we did after that was, instead of having one backup, we started having two backups,
Hmm.
to make it three regions, in fact. It was
Yeah. So.
costly,
Mhm.
but it was no option for us.
Yeah. So like Milind have experience working in such environments, so he know the importance of the resilience in the data. Like keeping just one copy might not be sufficient sometimes. Like keeping three copies, which is in the case of like locally redundant data in Azure. So that can help you to keep your data resilient. And when we talk about Azure, like when it is giving us so much capabilities, like Milan, like you will be happy to know, like you can test such disasters also. So there is a service in Azure called Kiosk Studio. You can write it down. The Kiosk Studio give you like different kind of scenarios. Like you want to test like network outage in the primary region, you can do that. You want to do some like overload of the like users which are coming to your application, you can do that. Like many test scenarios are there, and it gives you like a power that you can test your scenario how your application will respond in such scenarios when you have a downtime. So that's a very good capability that give you like a way to get ready before that disaster come into the picture. So the importance of testing, regular testing ensure that the disaster recovery plans are effective and can be executed whenever needed. The testing methods, various methods such as tabletop exercise, simulations, and drills are used to validate disaster recovery plans. I still remember like when I was part of a service-based industry, like we used to do all those testings like every month, every quarter, and every 6 months and a year. Like different activities were there that we used to do just to ensure like at the time of that downtime, like we are prepared to what to do. Even like there are sometimes like new employees in the organization. Like suppose in a service desk environment, like there are 20 people, there might be some new member who is on the shift at a particular day when that downtime come. Only with these drills or the practices that we are doing, like he will be expert in handling such situations. He will not panic in such situation, which is very important. Next is validation of plans. Validating the recovery plans ensure that all the team members understand their roles during a disaster. Suppose like there's always like two members which are available in the off business hours or on the weekend or in a holiday. So both the members should understand like what when one person is informing all the customers that we have a downtime situation, the other might be just doing some other activity just to ensure we are following the right backup and disaster recovery plan. Any questions so far?
Ravi, like disaster recovery, do we have any DLPs also?
A DLP means
Data loss prevention.
like in that what scenario? Like suppose accidental deletions, we cover that. Like
Yeah,
there is
other
a
something other than like OneDrive or something. Anything else is
so
there?
so OneDrive is a like end user solution that we use. Like even in the OneDrive, we have a policy like or the method that you can delete the accidental deleted data.
But
That is there.
still is recoverable. Like it has a
Yes,
retention policy of 30
yes.
days.
It can be 30 days, it can be 60 days. Like suppose we talk about the blob storage, right? So
Yeah.
there is a policy of soft delete that is there that you can go into the settings and change. It is by default like 7 days. You can change it to 30 days. Suppose someone accidentally deleted data, like a new engineer was on the shift, accidentally pressed delete on your data is deleted. Now you have like that amount of time, like 7 days, 30 days, the soft delete policy that you have set, and you can go back and restore that data back to its normal state.
Okay.
That's like that's like one way of restoring it. Other than that, in industries, you will see like a backup will be also there for the data. Suppose accidentally deletion was done and you realize this after the soft delete period. Okay, you realize it very late and then it was too late to restore it from the soft delete retention period. Then you will go back to your backup and restore that data from that point.
Okay. And also we can do one thing is like we can keep it in a cold storage for few days, then we can delete it.
Definitely. So these are all different methods depending on the data importance that is there. Suppose like there is a company, let's take Zomato, will that be fine? So Zomato, if you go to your order history, like show you like some recent orders, okay? They can keep some policy like that, like after like 3 years or 1 year, those history should just wipe off from the application and go to an archival mode just to save the space and save the cost also, right? And after certain period of time, like suppose after 10 years, it will completely delete that data. Okay, such kind of policies are managed using the different tiers that are there in the storage, like cold tier, hot tier, archive tier, or cool tier. Depending on your usage or the data retention that you want to do, you can utilize those tiers.
Okay.
Next is developing the comprehensive disaster recovery strategies. Like elements for disaster recovery, comprehensive strategies integrate various elements for effective disaster recovery planning and execution. Implementing of strategies. Implementing these strategies involve coordination, resource allocation, and effective communication among the stakeholders. Only just the employees who are working should not be well versed with this disaster recovery. The management should also be very well trained on the disaster scenarios. Next is networking for the high availability. The first is seamless connectivity. Ensuring seamless connectivity is crucial for user satisfaction and effective service delivery in network system. Suppose we did best to keep our compute perfect in case of any excess load that is coming, but our network is not capable enough to deliver all that uh, like workload that is coming, the user count that is coming. We are not, our network is not capable enough to handle that workload. Then also we will face the downtime. So our network performance should be also up to the mark. Network efficiency technique. Implementing various technique can enhance network efficiency, reducing the latency and improving overall performance. Like in virtual machine, we have a network accelerator that gives us like a better boost in our network. In express route, we have seen like there can be a parallel express route that we use like in case of a downtime, that the secondary can be used, or like the data can be travel like in a parallel form. Just to give you a real life scenario, guys, I remember like when in 2016 we were down like migrating uh, the data center from on-prem to Azure. We were like moving all the data like terabytes or petabytes of data from on-prem to Azure. Like the Azure give you like different methods to do that. We were using like just online transmission to do that. And we were doing it in the off business hours just to make sure like the users are not impacted during those normal business hours. But even though like we were realizing like every night like the data transmission was just stopping like with an error, we dig down in that error, like we realized like the network was getting congested, and that was causing the problem in the data transmission. Then we realized like it should be done by setting a like like the benchmark, like it should not utilize like below 10 Gbps of speed, because there might be other applications in the running on the off business hours also, and which cause like disruption to the other application. So excuse me. So keeping such strategy in mind, we can avoid such situations to happen. Yes, Arnav.
Yeah, same kind of thing happens with us also when we were trying to get some database which were like around 800 gigs from Oracle to our own data center.
Hmm.
And we used to put in night
Hmm.
the download of that, and in the morning we see that it couldn't able to get it finished because the
Hmm.
session got out due to XYZ reason.
Hmm.
Then what we dig down over there and we find out that we have to move it to the cold storage first, then they will provide a link will be formed,
Hmm.
and through that link we have to get it download.
Okay. Yeah. So multiple ways of doing there like can save you from such situation. And the reason why, guys, I suggested you like not to go for AZ-305 or the architect exam, because these things come with the experience. When you're working as an administrator or like working on the Azure resources first and then get such experiences, then only you can implement these experiences while you're planning the infrastructure for some organization. That's why always go for AZ-900, AZ-104 and work on that environment. Never jump for AZ-305. Otherwise, like your certification will be completely waste. No one can trust an architect who have like just 2 years of experience or 1 year of experience or no year of experience. No one will hire you as an architect. The next is Azure network optimization. Utilizing the Azure services effectively can greatly improve network performance and optimize the resource usage. The next is geo redundancy, storage, and connectivity. So to get a better data availability, geo-redundant improve data availability by replicating information across different geographic regions, minimizing the downtime. Like the way Milan mentioned, like they were keeping 3 copies in like one region. The global redundancy give you like option to keep like 3 copies at different regions, okay, different global regions. Implementation in Azure, implementing geo-redundant storage in Azure requires specific configuration to ensure data is replicated efficiently. Next is ensuring network resiliency and reliability. The importance of network resiliency. A resilient network ensures high availability, minimizing the downtime, crucial for business operations and user satisfaction. implementing the best practices in Azure can significantly enhance network reliability, ensuring consistent performance and uptime. We discussed different methods so far, but choosing the one which will suit your environment is very important. Building redundancy into the network infrastructure is essential to prevent single point of failure and maintain service continuity. I remember the times when the system administrators were managing the data centers. There were like multiple NICs connected or to a server. So like in case one NIC is failed, like other one is still serving your machine, because that's the only way you can communicate to a machine which is lying in a data center. You want to turn that machine on or off. The network dependency is very much required. Suppose NIC is failed and that was the only NIC is network interface card. If suppose a NIC is failed completely, you are just completely cut out from that server. Then someone will physically go there, replace a new NIC, or just like enter a secondary NIC there, and then only you will be able to communicate. So that kind of infrastructure planning is very much important. So we are done with these slides, like with high availability and the redundancy. I told you like we have some extras like that can be part of your uh, exam also. We will cover that now. Okay. Till in the meanwhile, Nitin, did you try? Is it working for you? Like my resource is still deleting, so we cannot try with Arnav yet.
Is it still saving?
Okay.
I can
So
show
you
you.
you you are like just above the level, like just one step further, like the Arnav was stuck, right?
Yes.
Okay. I think Arnav was stuck there because like I have the similar configuration created
Arnav,
in a different.
Arnav, Arnav, can you try 10.0.0.0 slash 24?
Let me check. My still is showing deployment failed. I will check
Change IP
24 you're
address.
saying.
10.0.0.0.24 address pool.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay. So that was a network conflict that was causing that issue. Okay. Okay. Let give it some time, Arnav and Nitin. We will come back again and see how that will work. And remember, after this will work, like the point to site connectivity, then you have to do that disk attachment or disk mount part also. Okay. And guys, like
Fine.
that's the only task that I gave you to in this activity. So I need a screenshot from everyone in our WhatsApp group that you have accomplished that task. Okay. I need to see a mounted disk in your computer or local machine that you have created. All clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's share the screen again. My screen is visible to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a second. So this like topic will require like some drawings to be created. Let me connect my machine which where I can draw.
Ravi, which tablet you're using for whiteboarding?
I am using my laptop. Like I have two different laptops with me. One is MacBook and one is Windows. The Windows is HP laptop which have a like
No, no, for this drawing, you using some electronic pen and
no,
any
it's a
tablet?
just a touchscreen laptop.
Okay.
The best that I can recommend you like is iPad Pro. That is that like for the drawings and all.
Okay.
But I have seen people using the trackpads or the drawing pads like that you can use. Okay, so let's start with the next topic, guys, like the policy, Azure policy and governance that uh, like we use in Azure, like why that is required, how we use it. So the topics that we will cover, like these are not part of your module, but I thought like that is extra that is required for your exam. That's why like I created like a separate presentation and created a like topic for that. So we have Azure policy, resource organization. Just a second. Yeah, Azure policy, resource organization, Azure blueprints, and the compliance tool that are there. So let's start with the first topic called Azure policy. So introduction to Azure policy, policy creation and management. Azure policy allows for the creation and management of policies to enforce, specifies rules on the resources. I will give you an example like how we define it. Ensuring the compliance, it helps ensure that all resources are compliant with the organization standards and regulation. And visibility into violations. Azure policy provide visibility into policy violations, allowing for prompt and remediation and monitoring. So I will explain you one by one, like how we do it. Let me pull up my drawing. Yeah, I think it will work now. Okay. So suppose guys, like we have a user called Abhishek uh, at location India, right? So there can be multiple policies that we create in our organization just to make sure like we are prevented from any attacks or any unauthorized access. Okay, there suppose like my all team is situated in India. I want like the user should only be able to log in India. I can create a policy for that. Okay, policy called LOC1 called location one policy. Like it can be named in a better way, just to give you a reference. So this location policy, what it says, like in case a user is logging outside from India, suppose he's in a business trip or a like personal trip and working from abroad, or any hacker is like trying to connect to my organization from abroad, there should be an alert that will be generated. This user will be temporarily blocked. Okay, the user will be temporarily blocked, and only the admin will be able to unlock that user. Okay, so that's an added security in my subscription that is there. So in case like I have suppose a Netflix application, you might have seen like a recent change that they have done. Like if you are logging from a new Wi-Fi network, it will block your like it will prompt you like, okay, give me a reason like why you're logging from a different network. Day might be you are on a vacation, might be like any other reason that is causing you to log in there. So you mention that, then only it allows you to log in. Otherwise, it will not, because the reason why they did it like this is they want you to keep your Netflix account to yourself, not to share with others, not to share with your cousins who are sitting abroad or use their Netflix, just to keep that. So such kind of policies implemented in their environment, which is helping them to understand like if user is logging in from some other area. Someone was on unmute, want to try to say something?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So now, like this policy can be altered as per my requirement. Like this is the one situation that I told you guys, like policy one is when any user other than India location is logging from other location. The second policy can look like that, which will be policy number two. Okay. What this policy is saying, in
Ravi,
case you, yes,
Ravi, this can be part of IAM now then.
uh, like I didn't get you.
It is a part of IAM, na? Identity Access
Identity and access
Management.
management as a domain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, being an administrator might be you also doing that job. Like I said, in smaller organization, there are no separate roles which are divided for doing such kind of job. I, as a administrator, have worked on the IAM part also. I have have worked on the cost optimization part also. So depending on your uh, like expertise or like the area of work where you are doing, like you might have to do all these things. Or might be your CEO comes to you, Arnav. Okay, Arnav, you recently completed your Azure administrator exam. Really have a big problem. Help me with a solution. Okay, the problem is like, okay, in our organization, if there are three attempts, incorrect attempts of the password, users get logged and we get so many calls for that. Can you give me a better solution in that case? Okay, so you must understand the concepts of IAM also. That is part of your exam also. So in this policy, like if user is entering three incorrect passwords, okay, the user will get prompted for the MFA. Okay, user have to enter like the second level authentication that can be text, that can be authenticator app or anything. Okay, might be your token like a physical token that we use. So that is like a second policy that is there in my organization. I can create multiple policies like that just to ensure in any kind of
And RBAC
RBAC,
after that, yeah,
like how, like just complete your question, like RBAC, like using how.
the same MFA. So this is the third policy for the RBAC or the similar one,
No, so like the policy number two, in case like
role
the
based.
three incorrect passwords user have entered, then the multi-factor authentication will be forced on the
Yes, yes.
user. Like he cannot skip that.
Okay.
Okay, or I can make a third policy. Okay, that every user when logging in into my environment, okay, for the first time, okay, it's a policy number three, logging in, like every user who is logging in for the first time in my environment, he have to put MFA as a authentication. And MFA will be only provided as a physical token or a software in your phone. So make sure like there is no hacker that is trying to break into my organization. Okay. So how, like for the people like who are not part of IT, like they want to understand what is MFA. MFA is multi-factor authentication. You must be logging into your Facebook, LinkedIn, and whenever you log in, you must be getting a text message as a second level of authentication, right? Why that is important? Suppose you logged into a public place like a cyber cafe and you forgot to log out your account, right? Now the user is into your account, definitely he can access your stuff. But in case like that account is logged out after some activity and he's trying to log in again, he will like you might be saved your password in the browser also. So he logged in, your username is there, your password is there. Okay, he logged in, but if there is a second level of authentication called MFA, the user will be not able to log in again into your application. But if MFA was not there, all he need to do is, or might be in case of a keylogger that is installed in a cafe, he can see your username or password. Like he will have your username and password written in a text, and he will be able to try to log into your bank details or your social account. But if the MFA is there, he will not be able to do that. So you understand the importance of a MFA now. Any question,
Yes.
guys? Any question, any doubts? So we understood like what is a Azure policy. Like how to create a Azure policy is pretty easy. Like we go to the policy, like I will show it to you. Go to Azure policy and just create a new policy according to your requirement. It's pretty easy job. Like select which now which like suppose you have different users. Some are administrators, like some are like from the finance. You can put the policy on certain department only. Okay, or you can make like a DL or a group in Azure. We can put the policy on certain group only. Okay, it's pretty easy to implement and it's very effective. And there are different actions in your policy that you can choose from, like blocking the user, or enable the MFA, or restrict the user for a certain period of time, all that, okay? That can be very helpful for such scenarios. The next is creating and managing a policy. First, we have to define a policy definition that is crucial for ensuring the compliance and governance in Azure environment. Setting up the initiatives. Setting up initiatives allow you to group multiple policies to manage them collectively for a better governance. Suppose like I gave you 3 policies as an option. We might be creating like multiple policies, like and combining them give you like a perfect environment according to the industry standards. Okay. Assigning these policies to management groups or subscriptions ensures that the governance rules are enforced across the Azure resources. Now, suppose I create a Azure policy that I am a CEO in a company and I want, okay, every time I log in, I should not enter the multi-factor authentication, or my uh, login experience should be better. I should have single sign-on experience in my organization because I'm a CEO. My every minute is important. So for just for CEO, I can disable that multi-factor authentication. Okay, or might be for some particular users for XYZ reason, I can disable that policy. Okay, that power is there. The next is policy compliance and remediation. Compliance status insights. Azure policy delivers crucial insights into the compliance status of your resources, enabling the effective management. And there are some remediations options also. Azure policy offer you various remediation options for addressing non-compliant resources, ensuring the better governance. See, like when we were working on a non-cloud environment, like these things were not so good in terms of monitoring or auditing, right? Milind have such experience. Arnav have such experience. Like in on-prem environment, like we don't had like that much control on our resources. Now we can even check the audits of our users. Like okay, like if your user logged in from a certain location, that is not a normal location, and the user got blocked due to that policy or compliance. Now, when user call you in, you can check. Okay, like suppose Arnav called me and he's asking me to unblock. I ask him, okay, you normally log in from India. Today you logged in from Pakistan or Germany. Why that happened? And after authenticating my user, like okay, he's the right user, I will be only unlocking my user's account. Otherwise, I won't. Okay. The next is governance and security. Understanding the compliance is vital for maintaining governance and security for your Azure environment. So guys, like we have to think in such a way, like we call it zero trust policy in organization, that you should not trust even a single resource for uh, like that threat might not be coming from that resource. Like your policies will be such like designed in such a way that every user can be a possible threat to the organization. Suppose a virus, a hacker, or some unknown person is able to lock into the organization from one computer, he can access all the resources in the organization, can be a risk to the organization. So follow zero trust policy, give the very minimal access to every user, and all these policies that we are creating can help us to create a more secure environment. Okay. Any question, guys?
Ravi, regarding this zero trust policy, any do's, don'ts, anything is mentioned like how to have a best practice regarding this in our organization?
Depends on the industry standards. Like so, Arnav, like so if I talk about a small company, they actually don't bother about such things. Okay, I worked for with a small company only for 4 months, and like I was finding everything was a problem there. They were not bothered about all these security policies, like not standards. Like they were not bothered about like a user password sharing also. So you find that environment like very uncompliant to all those standards. But when you work with a company like Microsoft, TCS, you will see like they have proper SOPs for everything, right? And SOPs are designed initially when we create that infrastructure and we design those policies there. Okay, if you just go to like chat GPT, ask him like, okay, I'm designing an infrastructure, what policies should be there or what security measures should I keep, like you will get a list of it. Okay, it's not hard to find, but you have to decide as per your organization that which one you will opt for and which one is not feasible for your organization.
Okay.
Any other question, guys? Okay, let's move to the next. Next is resource organization. So the term management group we have not discussed till now, so it might be a new term for you. Subscription we have discussed so far. Okay, there can be multiple subscription to manage our resources in such a way, like multiple departments have multiple subscription, or production environment have different subscription, or demo or DevOps environment have different subscription, or dev environment have different subscription, something like that. But what is a management group? Azure Management Group enables organization to efficiently manage multiple subscriptions with a unified approach to governance. Suppose might be I'm running like multiple companies, and one company work on a different policy, different rules, but other might be working on a different policy or rule. Okay. I won't name the organization, like it's a renowned organization. Worked for there like some years, but my password never expired there. And that was a company which was pretty big and pretty secure. Okay. That's a policy that is made by them. But that company itself is enforcing the policy that your password should expire in every 30 days, 90 days, and every of their customer is using that policy. Okay. So my subscription or management group is designed in such a way that I can use different management groups under that different subscriptions will be there. Okay, let me explain you that with an example. Okay, so suppose my company name is ABC. Okay, and I have a management group, management group, and under that I have different subscriptions like prod, dev, or test environment. Okay, all my these subscriptions have the resources according to their needs. Suppose testing environment have very low power compute. Dev environment also have a very low power compute, but production, we are using like the best of compute, best in terms of storage, like SSDs only, and not compromising on of any kind of security. So my this subscription is uh, having like the best that is available. But on the management group level, I have set the policies in such a way that all my subscriptions are at least following those policies. Okay. Under my ABC organization, I have a different organization. Okay. Where I want to design my environment in such a way that this finance department, okay, is under one subscription. My IT department is another subscription, and my would do have other departments in the organization: finance, IT, HR. Okay, HR department have other uh, subscription. Now I cannot apply like similar policies what I did in my like the first management group. Like let's call it management group one. Let's call it management group two. I can apply policies here in a different way that every department should have a separate policy. But in the management group one, I applied common policies which are there for every subscription, plus some additional policies will be there, or rules some will be there. But in case of management group 2, I applied some basic policies which are different for every organization. So not coming from management group like any certain policy, like every department have their own depending on the level of security I want to put on them. Okay. So that's how management groups and subscriptions are managed in the organization, that we have a single tenant and have multiple management groups under it. And under every management group, we have certain subscriptions, and under certain subscriptions, we have different resource groups. How to divide them, how to segregate them is completely the choice of the architect who's designing that environment. Any question, guys?
Can you explain again, please?
Yeah, sure. So see, like when we create an Azure environment, so the first level in the hierarchy is our Azure tenant. Okay, that is the first level in the hierarchy. Under our tenant that we have created, there will be management group. Okay, under our management group, we will see all our subscriptions. Suppose like we have a free trial subscription, then one we have is a pay as you go. The third one is a something that I got like for a government project that I was doing. I got some discounts on the subscriptions from Azure.
Enterprise will also come here. Enterprise
Yeah,
subscription.
yeah, you can consider that. And I have certain discounts which are specifically applied on this government project because it is working on some NGO or some like some non-profit organization, and I got like almost uh, 20,000 USD worth of resources as free from Microsoft. Okay, but in pay as you go, I have all the applications which give me revenue in my organization, and the free trial like is something for the testing purpose or something like that. Like this is just for the reference. I created it. Like all these are three different subscriptions, and a management group, if I use to manage my resources, like will be applying the policies on my resources that are coming under it. Okay, so that is my one organization which is managing different kind of subscriptions. Okay, now I have another organization. Suppose I am a cloud provider. I sell subscriptions to my user on a discounted way. I have a contract with Microsoft that you give me discount on Azure services, 10% on every service. But I giving discount to my customers just like 5%. I'm getting 5% margin on every subscription. So in such scenario, in that management group, I have like multiple subscription, like suppose 100 subscriptions there, 200 subscriptions there, 300 subscriptions there, and all they are paying me like different amount or different cost for managing them. And I set the policies in such a way like these 100 users like will have many very limited access. But these 200 users like have some premium access, like they will be able to like get the Entra ID access also or some other resources like they are using. And these 300 like are accessing the resources like the way they want. They are open for everyone. So management group is a hierarchy in Azure, uh, like like to manage the different resources. So on a subscription level, we can put the management of the subscriptions on the management group level. All the policies, all the definitions that we want to set on the management group, we will do. Let's go by the definition. Might be that will clarify you some more doubts. Azure management groups enable the organization to efficiently manage multiple subscriptions with a unified approach to governance. Access management. Management groups streamline access management across subscription, ensuring users have the appropriate permissions and the policy and compliance. Hierarchical structure help enforce policies and compliance requirement consistently across the all subscription. So might be I managed my subscriptions in such a way like for India I have one subscription, for China I have one subscription, for Australia I have one subscription, and according to the industry standards, like suppose for the Europe I have the GDPR policy that is there, like that should be applied according to that. I set the policies accordingly. For India, like there are like no such restrictions, so I set the policies accordingly. For China, it's like completely like a box. The data should not come in, data should not come out from any other organization. Okay, so depending on my user requirement or my organization requirement, I can use management group and subscriptions to manage them in a better way. Any questions, guys?
No.
Okay.
How to create these management groups?
We will see on the portal, like if
Okay,
we one management group will be default by there. We are okay with that. We can go with it. But if you want, like we can create more management groups.
okay, sure.
Okay, here comes the important part, guys. Tagging the resources. Like I told you initially, like tagging is very important. But now in the theory also, you will see like the importance of the tagging. The tagging help categorizing the resources effectively, facilitating the better management and compliance for organizations. The best practices for the tagging, uh, implementing the Best practices in tagging ensures consistency and enhances the resource organization and retrieval, compliance, and management. Proper tagging enhances the compliance with regulations and improve overall resource management and the strategies. It can help us with the costing part. It can help us with the management part. There are multiple use of tagging. I can give you a complete list, but just remember that like whenever you create the resources in a professional environment, naming conventions and tagging is most important things that you have to always keep remember. And people like normally they ignore these two important things, and later on they don't get the advantage of these things. Any questions related to this? Okay, let's take a quick 2 minute break, guys. Okay, let's quickly go and come back. Okay, we have some more topics to cover. We have a demo that is still unfinished. Okay, we have a lot to cover. Just take a quick 2 minutes break. So you have just break in your mind, just relax your mind, and then we will continue again. Okay.
Arnav,
Okay, Nitin, are you back?
yes, that deployment succeed from my side. Point to site configuration is already done.
Can you share your screen?
Yes. Uh, Please give me the access.
Okay,
Now,
refresh your
now,
screen now.
now you can see.
Yeah, refresh your screen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello, hello. I'm getting an echo. We tried. Guys, you were also getting an echo?
No.
No,
Okay, only I was getting some echo. Okay. Is my voice clear now? I just shifted from my mic to my laptop.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. So Now, what next we have to do, Nitin? Click on the download VPN client. Okay. And you download that application that I mentioned yesterday?
Yes.
Okay, open that.
This
Not
one?
not this one. No. The application that you have to download from the Microsoft Store on your laptop.
Sorry.
Open the
I will
Microsoft
now.
Store. Arnav, are you also back?
Ravi, I can't hear you.
Okay, let me shift back to my mic.
Nitin, is it possible? Can you sit somewhere where the noises like
Yes,
noise are
He can mute.
I will do. Okay.
Arnav, is it better?
Yes, yes, yes. Now I can hear you.
Okay. So do the same thing that Nathan is doing.
I downloaded already this Azure VPN client, but it's not
Okay.
working till still on the portal.
So you mentioned like you change the IP address range and click on save and then it succeeded, right?
Yes,
Okay, then download the VPN client option on the top in the portal. Yeah, Nathan, this is the one. Install it. Arnav, did you find that option in the point to site connectivity?
where it is.
On the top where you entered the IP address range address pool, just above that, see like once your uh, resource deployment is done, you will see the
No, it's
download
grayed
VPN.
out. It's download VPN. It's not coming.
Refresh your
Grayed.
page. Just refresh your page.
Yeah, now it's there. Download VPN client.
Just extract that whatever you have downloaded in the zip folder, and now follow the steps that we will do with the Nitin. Okay, Nitin, this after this application is downloaded, you have to click on that plus icon on the left bottom. Click on import. Go to downloads. You might have to unzip that file so you can see those folders.
I got two folder in that.
I will
One
help you.
is yeah.
Let me first unzip it and I will tell you which one you have to choose.
Ravi, we did Bastion also.
Yeah, we will do best in also. We'll give you
Okay,
both.
we'll do.
Bastion is pretty easy, like just take like 5 minutes to start with it. Yeah, open it, save it, and connect. Yes. So if all your configurations are fine, Nathan, it will just successfully connect. Use your credentials, what you used for your portal.
In mine, Azure VPN is having some XML page in it.
Yeah, open it, import it.
I have to open in a browser.
No, import. Click on
Okay.
import, and there will be one file that you will be able to import
You know, import where? Like where I have
in
to
the application that we installed.
in the Azure. Yeah.
Do you
Import.
install? Yeah, import and
Im-
then show it that file.
import and it's in desktop. Desktop. Yeah, I got everything. And save.
Yeah, save, and then it will ask you to log in when you connect using that VPN credential. Like it will ask you to for your Azure credentials to use.
Connect. It's asking for connect.
Yeah,
And then I have to put my credentials, which
yep.
I have
Take your
are
time.
now. I need.
Try it again, Nitin.
I have to enter full with the domain like at the rate outlook.com.
Yeah,
As your VPN guy would like to add VPN configuration, allow is connecting, showing connected.
it's showing connected.
Yes.
So now your computer is connected with the encrypted line to the
Mhm.
Azure environment. Okay. Now go to that file share option. I think you will be able to access the file share that I created. Go there. Okay. In the storage, just open that storage option and then go to file share. Click on the connect option.
Where? Where I have to
Uh,
go?
Share your screen. Arnav, share your screen.
Just a minute. Can you see now?
Waiting for it to come.
No? Anyone can see?
It's black.
No.
It's there now. Okay.
No, this is
Now,
not mine. This is not mine.
okay.
This is, I guess, Nitin's.
Yeah, okay.
Now you can see.
It's coming up. It's still black. Yeah, I can see a screen now. Yeah, it's Arnav's screen. Search
Yeah.
storage on the top.
Sorry?
Search storage on the top.
Ravi, your voice is very low.
Yeah, it will be better now. Is it better?
Storage accounts.
Yeah. Open that storage. Go to go to data storage. Open that option.
Data storage. Yeah.
Go to file
Container.
share.
File
File share.
shares.
Open this one. Click on connect option. Choose your operating system.
Mac OS.
Show script.
Show script.
Copy.
Copy. Then I have to run terminal.
Yeah. I might be doing it for the first time on a Mac, but we have done it multiple time on the Windows. Just try it now. Ethan, you're still facing that error?
Yes,
Okay, might be like in like I said, like in configuration, if there's some issue, like uh, your tenant ID or the keywords that we enter, like sts.windows.net, like if that's not correct, then only you get that error while connecting. Just double check all those values.
I'm checking double.
And this time it won't take that much time. It's created. Just double check that ID. If any change is required, just do it. And just check if you put the slash at the end that I recommended to Arnav. It's complete, Arnav, right?
No,
Okay, it's still running.
because it should come over here then. There was a
Okay,
problem connecting to the server.
check
The
again.
server may not exist or it's unavailable at this time. Check the
Okay, try
server
again.
name or. Excuse.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
I don't know why, like when I'm using my heads, I'm getting echo. Let me remove my.
No, it's not working. There is some problem.
It needs port 445 to be open. You have to check like on your uh, Mac OS, like if the 445 is allowed.
No, yeah, it's allowed. I close some of the ports because of the apps. Some apps I want to restrict. Otherwise, all of them are allowed. I
Okay.
can make. Oh no, it's showing here like this. It's allowed.
Okay,
Might
let's
be
complete our.
resource group is a issue because of the VPN I made. This is in the another resource group.
No, no, that's not an issue. So like even I can show that demo at my laptop if you want. Like we can use the same configuration that you created. Okay, let me share my screen. Ethan, you're still getting the same error?
I'm trying. It's again to again asking the password or coding
Okay.
security code.
Guys, you're able to see my screen?
No, your AI image is coming.
Not my screen. Okay.
From where you created this AI image?
I used Copilot first, like the designer of Microsoft. So if
Okay.
you go to Bing Images, there is a designer that you can use.
Yeah.
Just give it some description, the image, the way you want it to look. Okay, it will generate an image. Then you choose from like you choose like face swap or some other application and use your face to swap it with the AI image. Now my image, now my screen is visible, guys.
No.
No?
Still Arnav screen, I think.
Arnav, can you stop sharing?
Yeah, I stopped already. Now it's coming. Okay.
Okay. Hope there is no restriction on my Windows laptop. So
And from Microsoft, because you are working in Microsoft only, what license you got?
in what terms? Like for when? What?
Officially, like
License of what exactly?
365.
I never checked actually. Like I think it should be E5.
E5. Hello. We can't hear you, Ravi.
Guys, I'm still audible.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Like, guys, can someone speak? Just want to check if I'm audible. I have the speaker is off. Okay, now.
Yes, you are audible for me, Ravi. Devi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Okay, let's quickly try connecting the VPN that is created by Arnav. I will open the VPN application here. Downloaded what is created by Arnav in the VPN configurations. Guys, everyone is comfortable. Like I mentioned, we will extend the class for 10 minutes.
Ravi, your voice is not clear, like it's breaking up.
Is it better? Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Finally, I'm able to the application. I will quickly import the configurations here.
Just a minute, Ravi. You imported the XML file from which folder?
From the let me check. I think I imported the generic one.
Yes, because I imported the other folder.
Okay, but that should not be an issue.
So might be that's why I'm not able to connect to the file share.
No, but if you have a Windows computer, I think that error should not have came.
No, for me in Mac, I'm talking about.
Yeah, so like I said, I never connected it on a Mac computer. I did it on a Windows computer multiple times. In Mac, there might be some settings that we will change and that will let it allow. Let me try if it is working. No, it's asking for my credentials. Let me put workers code, users account.
Why it asks for credentials in Mac? It didn't ask. Yeah, it asks. Yes, it asks for the
Yeah, it
credentials.
asks usually.
So Ravi, you were saying like you have this E5 from Office.
Yeah, I think so. There is no way I can check which license is provided.
No, you can check. There's a way.
Okay, we will check. So password is okay. So our VPN is connected now. All we have to do on a Windows machine is go to your PowerShell, open it as admin account, admin like from the admin administrator access. I don't know why my search is not working properly here. Uh,
Can you open your task manager once?
I think I can try this PowerShell.
Ravi, open your task manager.
Mm-hmm. It's open. Yeah.
I can't see.
But this is now not running as an administrator, right? This is running as a your user
Yeah, this is
in
a
the
running as a
PowerShell.
Yeah.
normal user.
Yeah.
Can you come to your CPU options in your left corner, the three lines down?
Yeah.
No, 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 over here,
No,
towards
I'm just
left.
keeping it on the left. Yeah.
No, Ravi, over here, on the left, most left side, where the
This side
process.
you're saying
Yeah, yes, performance
performance?
click. Yeah, okay. So might be it's uptime since 13, 14 hours, so that's why.
It should not be an issue. Let's see.
Because Windows has this feature now that it doesn't put your CPU at sleep whenever you put your system in shutdown also, then also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in the power option, you have to go and uncheck that thing.
Yeah, I have to run it with the admin access only. Mm. All. Go to. Mm. It's not aligned.
Right, CMD?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, PowerShell.
More, run as administrator. This will work this time.
Where is the script you are putting there?
Hi, Nitin, you are able to connect to the VPN now?
No.
Okay, the script that we are running, when we create a file share and click on the connect option there, it gives us the script to connect to the file share.
Noted.
Okay, so I'm getting the same error that the port 445 is blocked. Check to make organization. Okay. So that's not your Mac OS issue. That is some configuration from the file share that is there.
445 is what? It's a SMB.
Yes. And your laptop is your personal laptop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think let's conclude quickly the rest of the part that is part of our delivery, and we can troubleshoot it taking our time. Okay. So anyone who don't have time today for the demo, like at least they can cover all the content. Okay. So let's quickly have a look how we can have a bastion. Anyone have a virtual machine that is created? Let me check. No, I don't have. Let me change my tenant. Like let's do the demo on some other tenant. I hope so. I have some virtual machine in my tenant. Okay, guys, so we are going to check the Bastion service now. Anyone else have a virtual machine created on their environment? Nathan, do you have one?
I created, but yesterday something issue, so then I deleted, and again I'm trying.
Okay. Anyone else have a virtual machine from the audience? No one? Yeah, I think it worked this time. So in the virtual machines, we have a Linux machine and a Windows machine. Let's do it on a Windows machine. My voice is audible, everyone? Guys, am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm turning this machine on, and to enable the Bastion on this machine, I will click on the connect option and connect via the Bastion option, okay?
Ravi, I got CLI for opening the 445 port
Okay, try that.
for Mac.
Okay, so when we use a Bastion to connect to your virtual machine, you will see that you don't have to depend on the underlying operating system. It use your browser to connect your virtual machine, be it a Linux, be it a Windows machine, and you can just start using your machine in the browser version. So it doesn't depend on underlying infrastructure. And Bastion is an expensive solution, guys. Like, so if you do it on your demo environment, make sure you delete it after the testing. Otherwise, it will consume all your credits. Any question, any doubts? Like, did you guys understand the Bastion when we discussed in the theory, or you still have any doubts? So you can see, like, the experience is using just like a virtual machine or a real machine. If you want, you can run it in a full screen mode also in the browser, and you will be able to access your computer just like a normal computer. During the troubleshooting or any other like issues that you are facing while connecting to our VM, like Bastion is a very good lifesaver. Arnav, did you get it?
I'm still trying. I'm still, because it's a lot of command lines are there.
Okay. No, I was asking like about the Bastion. Did you get it? Like, did you understood like how we initiate the Bastion in our virtual machine? All you have to do is go to your virtual machine. Let me redo that. Yeah. Go to your virtual machine, and then in the overview, go to the connect option. Go to the
This you
connect
made a
option.
new
Yeah.
virtual machine. Connect via Bastion.
Yeah, create a new virtual machine. Click on the connect option and connect via Bastion. It will just give you like a prompt to hit next and create it. Then enter the username and password of your VM and connect it. It will open in the browser in a new tab. Make sure you allow the pop-up that are there, like just allow them, and then you will be able to connect. Okay.
Okay. And then if you want to delete,
The Bastion, then you go on the top on the bar, search Bastion there, go to the Bastion service, and
okay,
then delete the service. Okay, go inside and just delete the service.
delete, yes. I was trying to create one VM for firewall
Mm-hmm.
like a couple of days back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Guys, we have one more topic that we will quickly cover. Okay, that is just like some extra that we are covering. So that is called blueprint. Okay, how this blueprint is will work. Let me grab my pen. Okay, so how blueprint works, like when you create one blueprint, okay, you can define all the resources inside it. Okay, suppose you want like one subscription. Okay, under that you need multiple resource groups. There will be some access like RBAC roles that will be there, like there will be a admin, owner, all that, and you create a blueprint for that. Now suppose in your organization you will create like multiple subscriptions, you will just copy those blueprints again and again, and it will give you like same kind of environment in your another subscriptions. Okay, suppose you replicate your one blueprint to another, it will just ask you the variable values like subscription name, resource group name, all that, and it will create all that setup again. So you don't have to recreate it again and again manually. It will automatically do that for you. When we go by the definition, yeah. So defining resource templates, Again, resource templates is crucial for creating the standardized approach to resource deployment within the organization. Establishing the policies, we can establish policies that are essential to ensure that all resources comply with organizational standards, regulation during deployment, and the role assignment. All that we can do by creating the one blueprint. Did anyone have any doubt in the blueprint, what it is? Guys, are we still connected? Arnav, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So there are some other concepts also like which you should go through. Like one is Microsoft Defender. Won't be just one question or not more than that about the Microsoft Defender. It gives you like threat protection, compliance assessment, and secure cloud environment. It is also available for iPhone and Android just to ensure like all those compliance are met. And for auditing and reporting, like there are multiple tools like compliance analysis, governance improvement, all those help us the resource tracking and usage, and also like any login that are there, like we saw in the Active Directory, the enter ID. Okay. And we can generate the compliance reports from all those tool options. Like purpose of compliance reports can be like understand the resource alignment on the with the government's policies or the regulations, or our management want to see us like if we are compliant to certain standards. And creating the compliance resources report is pretty easy. Just go to that report option, export it in a CSV file, and you can share it to your stakeholders. Reviewing the compliance report is essential to identify the gaps and ensure that resources are complying with establishing the governance policies. So that's all, like that's something that I thought like should be part of your exam also, Microsoft Defender, Blueprint or policies. So just go through them, like understand like them in more detail. If you have any doubts, any questions, feel free to contact me on the WhatsApp. Okay, we have a group also, just post your queries. This is just not guys like a one-time session that we did. It's a long journey. Like you will take like a month to complete your certification exam. During that, if you have any doubt, anywhere you are stuck, just feel free to contact me. Okay, I'll be there to help you. Or you can reach me on the LinkedIn also. My LinkedIn profile, you can search me like Ravi Verma CSA, and you will be able to find me there. I will paste it in the chat also or in the group, my LinkedIn ID. So if you want to connect with me, you can also do.
So we are
So
not
Ravi,
doing this.
yeah, guys, go ahead one by one.
So we are not doing these practicals for this blueprint and the other thing, a few other things. So is it not necessary? A theory part is only enough, Ravi?
Yeah, that's not required. Like even this for an administrator, you might not be using these concepts. When you are an architect, then only that concepts will be required. If you want to learn more about it, like the Microsoft documentation will help, but that's not part of this module. Like the module created by EdYoda, that was not part of it. So I added that as extra knowledge to you guys.
Okay, so in the exam, so how the questions will be? More it of theoretical or is it a practical knowledge testing or how it would be?
Okay, so there are demo exams that you can give, like when you are confident enough that you can give those exams, you can just go with the demo exams. There can be situation-based questions also. Okay, so situation-based questions like suppose you are an architect or an administrator, you have you load balancer will you use? Suppose you have application gateway, front door, which one you use in that situation. So you can only answer those questions if you know what the proper usage of those different load balancing of services that are available.
Okay.
Any other question, guys?
Ravi, please provide the PDF for yesterday and today.
Yeah, sure. Let me share it in chat.
Anyone else have any other question? I'm sharing the slide decks in the chat.
And I'll bug you off and on.
No issues. Like that's an option available for everyone. That's you can anytime connect with me if you have any doubt, not just related to your Azure 104 journey. Like if you think any other questions or doubts you have related to your like certifications, your career path, you can all anytime ping me. Okay, I'll be there to help you guys.
Ravi, I have a question.
Yes, Ganesh.
Are you taking any other Azure courses?
Don't teach like the regular students, like I only teach professionals. Uh, so like this is the
No,
first time.
there are AWS and DevOps courses there in EdYoda. So are you
So they
conducting?
offered me like one more course for AZ-305. This month I was traveling, so I said no, like I'm not able to take it. I am traveling to Hyderabad and Kolkata, uh, between 13 to 21, two different locations. So I will be on the personal travel, so won't be able to take any session further. But maybe in the future, like if I will take, I will also respond to you guys in the chat in the WhatsApp group.
And how about the DevOps tools?
Sorry.
No, there is other DevOps tools there. I registered with here.
Mm-hmm.
And as a profession, if you ask me, I'm the finance and management person. But I
Okay.
joined Azure for the fundamentals and the administration is basically I just want to understand how the administrations are being done and
Mm-hmm.
predominantly there are chances that I would I expertise or there are infra teams are also been part of so where I should be able to work with this infra team. So I just joined this course. That's the background of my. So I registered for DevOps course also. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the one. And
Did you understand the concepts from the scratch as you were not a technical person?
no, no, I'm a technical person, but from the development background.
Ah, okay.
And the management
Okay.
background, both together.
Okay.
I'm a developer background from the management for last six,
Got
7 years. Yeah, developer for earlier,
it. Mm-hmm.
ATL and SQL background, that area.
Okay.
I was in system admin, database admin, Unix on AX kind of that area. So I have still that touch with the database installations and management of databases on dev and product environment long time back. So that's got into joining this course here on the cloud environment, how the resources and the components are being installed in the cloud environment, especially on the Microsoft side.
Okay.
I joined the DevOps course, but I'll be taking later.
When it is starting?
No, no, I have to schedule it actually, not scheduled.
Okay, got it. So DevOps is
Okay.
also suppose like you guys like cleared your AZ-104, like further you want to get into further like knowledge, like you want to get DevOps knowledge. That's a pretty good domain. It's very much in demand. The only challenge is like DevOps require like too much knowledge of different tools, infrastructure as code. You will learn more in more depth, and like pipelines, like DevOps tools, like all that knowledge will be required, so need your like time and attention for that. Like I said, for AZ-104, I recommend like 3 months. For DevOps, I recommend at least like 4 to 5 months. So because the knowledge that you will get, that's like even more than AZ-104, and also the tools that you will learn like are pretty much like technical tools and will require your so much attention and time.
Yeah, I'll practice this current courses, I mean, whatever subject I have learned it,
Hmm.
and then I probably take it up a month or two later, but not now actually.
Okay.
I booked it, but I think I need to practice some of the concepts here, what we learned, and then practice it less to few extent, and then just move on to next step.
Okay, good to hear that.
So should I go to DevOps or should I go to AWS next?
I will suggest you, like, if you are open to go in the breadth, so like I will suggest you to go with AWS and learn the fundamentals also. Then if you go with the DevOps, like there are sometimes like some tools which are dedicated for the AWS type of knowledge or Azure type of knowledge, you will be able to relate both of them. So these days, like becoming a multi-cloud engineer is in demand. So learn the fundamentals of AWS will only take you like a month or so, similarly to the AZ-900. So I will suggest you
Mhm.
go for that first. When your all the concepts with AWS and Azure are like clear, then you can go with like DevOps.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Guys, any other question, any other doubts? Like just go ahead and ask it. Anything, any feedbacks or anything.
These recordings, how long it will be here in this, or I cannot download, right? Yeah, this one.
You will be able to watch them, but not able to download them. And I think till the time you have access to this portal, these videos will be there.
Now, how long? Any time? 1 month, 2 months?
That I can check and ping you in the chat. You're part of the group, WhatsApp group.
Yeah, it's 1 year availability is there. 1 year of subscription is there. Then every year you have to pay like 1,000 rupees.
Oh, is it? Then it is fine. Yes.
Yeah, for 1 year. I had these questions with the recruitment group for per person.
Okay, good to hear that.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Any certification need to provide?
Yeah, Ravi, this I need to ask also. Like, EdYoda said that they will provide one certification from their end.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So you like your passing
Yeah,
certificate there.
certificate already available in the portal, so people can download on the name. It is already there.
Is there where we
Yeah, yeah.
can see certifications?
No, no, no. The course certificate is available.
Okay.
Can you share your certificate in the chat so everyone can see it, like how your certificate looks
No,
like?
no. Everybody can go look at their the portal. Already they are logging in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Go
it
to
is
the
there.
Hi,
course certificate. It will be there.
Okay.
hello.
I'll
Yes.
show.
Hello.
I'll show.
Yes, Ganesh.
Hi, Ravi. Means I will ask the career purpose question. I
Okay.
have a 2.5 year experience in network engineer. Can
Okay.
I want to start a career in Azure admin? After that,
Mhm.
you complete your course and I will gain a certification. Then how can I start?
Okay.
Can you give
So
me some suggestion?
So like how did you find this level of the knowledge like AZ-104? Like were you able to relate them with your concepts of networking that you were having in the past? If you find it like comfortable to learn, then just start exploring the more videos and related to AZ-104. If someone find these concepts little difficult, then I will recommend start with AZ-900 so you can learn the basics. Okay. Once you understand the basic, then you can start AZ-104. It's not required you have to get certified in AZ-900. You can directly certify yourself in AZ-104. Just for your knowledge, you should like get knowledge of AZ-900. Okay. So depending on your pace, if you think like this was a comfortable session for you, you grasped the session pretty well, then directly jump to AZ-104 for your further certification exam.
Okay.
What was your experience so far? Like, do you relate those concepts of your uh, like experience that you had?
Yes.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I am already work on Azure, like as
Mm-hmm.
our company.
Okay.
Little basic work on the Azure admin. So
Okay.
I want to turn over whole the career will be Azure admin.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good profession. Like as per me, like even if you are coming from application background, if you're coming from a networking background, like you skill up yourself as a cloud admin or administrator. Like it's a pretty
Ravi, even more, we can like anyone can go into security area also. It has a
yeah.
very good scope.
Yeah. So suppose like I started my career as a team lead. I was leading like a team of 20 people in the service desk. Like I worked there for 2 years. Then I moved myself as a system admin, then a cloud admin, then a cloud architect, and then now a consultant. I'm working with Microsoft. So similarly, you guys also can like once you enter like AZ-104, like you get it certified, you have multiple streams of options that you can go for. You can become a data analyst, you can become a data scientist, you can become a DevOps engineer, security specialist, cyber security specialist, administrator, architect. You have multiple streams.
Okay, thanks.
And I think every developer, every network engineer, if they are working these days on cloud, should have this certification with them. That's not an option, that's a mandate because like the good companies have already moved to the cloud, and like the smaller companies also will in future you will see like will be moving to cloud. So that the future is pretty good for the cloud domain. As soon as you will move it, like you will get more benefit out of it.
Ravi, I need to ask one thing about the future of AI. How AI, like especially this Copilot, can integrate more into Azure, and it can help engineers and administrators in that way.
So what I have learned in 12 years of industry is like you have to be part of the change, accept it or not. Okay. So
Yeah,
AI and ML will be part of your job in any way. Okay. So I will recommend everyone to just at least familiarize yourself like with your these technologies so you can take benefit of them every day in your life. Okay.
and see, AI and ML and LLM is totally something which are like very much into coding.
Mm-hmm.
You have to you need to know the languages which works at the machine level, like
Yeah.
Java or C++, those kind of.
So I'm not from a development background, but I understand those LLMs or like other options as an administrator or architect also. That what is a Llama, what is a OpenAI, or like all those like models, like when they will be required, like one model is better from other, like in what sense, okay, or how to deploy a model or how to quickly create a application, a chatbot in Azure, like all that knowledge can be helpful in your domain also. So you don't have to go deep dive in the programming side, but you can understand on the high level what are different models, MLs, or like AI tools like ChatGPT, Copilot. Don't restrict yourself to one tool. Just explore yourself, see which one is best.
Thanks, Ravi. Ganesh.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Whoever
taking
wants to
leave.
drop, you
Thank
can
you.
drop. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Guys, any other question?
Is Terraform also involved included in this exam?
No, AZ-104 don't have Terraform at all. You might get some questions around the ARM template, a one or two maximum, like because it's not related to DevOps. In DevOps exam, you definitely get Terraform related questions.
Okay. Thanks, Ravi. Thanks again. It's
When you go
beautiful
to
session.
EZ-104 portal like link, you will see most of the content what will be part of your exam, and you can go with the demo exam also. So like just explore more and more, and you will before you give the final exam, you will be pretty much prepared. Okay, guys, if no further question, we can conclude this session. Yeah, feel free to drop any message on the WhatsApp group, or if you need any help related to any of the demos, like we can connect later. Probably like in some coming weekend, we can connect and just do any demo if you're stuck with. Okay, this port 555 error, like I will drop the solution on the WhatsApp chat, like how you can get it resolved. Okay.
Okay, Ravi. Thank you. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks, Ravi. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye everyone.